Hello guys, welcome to a new video. In this video I'll be teaching you how to install WordPress on your local host. Now remember, in our previous videos we downloaded WordPress and we downloaded XAMPP. Now that is what we are going to be using to set up our local host server on our computer. And remember, I already explained what a local host server is for you in our videos. So let's just get started. So you have to go to where you downloaded the XAMPP file and then the WordPress file. The folder you downloaded is, just go there and then we are going to install XAMPP now. So you just double click on XAMPP. Then now we are installing XAMPP. So it is going to take some time. I have to fast forward some parts of it, but then just follow the prompt. It is very easy to install. It will ask you something like this and then just click. Very easy to install. Just click on next. So I will cut off this installation process, then I'll show you when that is not finished. So now guys, that's finished installing. So do you want to start the control panel? Just click on finish and it will open the app immediately. Now what you need to do is, you will see once that's opened this panel, this is like a control panel for this AMP. This is what we're going to use to start up our server and then close it when we don't need it again. So you need to notice this Apache and MySQL, the first two, these two services up. You click on start, you start both of them. Once you started Apache and MySQL, considering that there's no error during installing, all this must be blue. If there's an error, it will be red and it will tell you the error. But if there's no problem during installation, then it is blue. Now we are ready to go. Now this is MySQL. You just click once you open everything. Now what we need to do is go to our WordPress. Now remember, this WordPress now is in zip file, so we have to unzip it. Now some of you might not have an unzipper. If you don't have an unzipper, if you don't have anything you can use to unzip, because I have an application that I can use to unzip, that's why it is bringing it like this. For you that doesn't have an application that can unzip your file, it might not bring the file like this. So what you need to do is go to search in Google and download WinRAR. Just download WinRAR. As you can see, download WinRAR on Google. So just look for this is it, and then download it. Once you've downloaded it and install it, once you've downloaded WinRAR, I can see download WinRAR. So once you downloaded WinRAR and install it, you can then find a way to bring all your zip files or any archive folder, to bring them like this, so you can then use it to uninstall, to unzip it rather. Now we are going to unzip this, extract files, and click on OK. So most of our computers have something you can use to extract it by default. Just right click and then you see extract, so just click on extract there. Now this is this WordPress file that we downloaded. This is what we call a WordPress installer. It installs the WordPress on our local server. Now we are going to copy this, as you can see, copy. So during the installation process of XAMPP, it automatically created a folder on our hard drive. So on any installation, on any default installation, once you click this, your primary drive, local disk C is my primary drive. Once you click on it, you see folders where this program files. Then you see XAMPP here. So it is, once the installation is complete, it automatically creates this folder in your computer. So you need to open the XAMPP. Don't forget local disk, and open XAMPP. Now you find htdocs. This is htdocs here. You find htdocs and open it. Now we've copied our WordPress that we unzipped. You have to remember to copy the folder and then paste it on this XAMPP htdocs and paste it there. So please make sure you follow the processes step by step and don't miss it. So once you've copied the WordPress folder, then you paste it here. Okay, sorry. Yes. So this is the WordPress file. Make sure it doesn't have a double folder. This one that says WordPress, and then when you open it, it brings all these. That is the one you should copy. Now what we're going to do is we're going to rename this WordPress. We can rename it to any name that we want. Any name, probably any name that you want to name your website. It doesn't matter. Just make sure you remember the name. I mean, you can't forget the name. So I'm just going to create this, and then this is what I'm renaming it to Mavipop. Remember Mavipop. This is what I created. This is what I used to rename the folder. Now we'll go back to our XAMPP C panel. You can see, and then this MySQL. You click on this admin. Click on this admin. Once you click on admin, it will automatically redirect you to your browser and open a page on it. You can see it. You can see it. Now this is not, it's not a magic or anything. Once you've activated this localhost server, it will serve as a server. So on you understand what I'm trying to say? To serve as a server for your website files. You understand? So once you've installed the XAMPP, it will automatically add like its own. No, when your website is on an hosting server and you want to access your website, you access it to www. That's when you bought a domain. But this localhost will now, because it's a localhost, it has its own like extension that you can use to open all the files on it. You understand? So that's why any website you want to open with this localhost server must have localhost at the end, because it is this localhost that is hosting it. So this MySQL admin that we clicked, this localhost/php myadmin. So in case you don't want to go through the longer way, and you don't want to click this admin here, just come into your web browser and type localhost/php myadmin. It will automatically bring out the same page I brought here. Now let me just show you a quick something. If we stop this server and then we click on this localhost, it will not reload anything. Why? Because the server is not online. See, you can see it can't reach the page because the server is offline. So it is until you on the server, until you put on the server, that is before it can actually host something for you, because it can actually serve as a host. So I've put it on back, and then I'll reload this page. You can see that's come back because the localhost server is already online. So now what I want to do, once you've opened this PHP myadmin page, just click. Now what we are doing is we are creating a new database. Now WordPress deals with databases where your anybody that registers on your or all the things on your website, where they actually stay, like a folder. You create like a folder for them, to where all passwords, anybody that registers on your website, their passwords, their emails, all your pages, all your plugins, all your themes, everywhere they stay is going to be in this database that we will create. So we are creating this new database now. Just click on new. Just click on new to load the page here. Now make sure you name this database the same name you named your folder. Remember the folder I asked you to rename here. This, when we copied this, it was WordPress, but then we renamed it to Mavipop. So once you rename this, make sure you make sure the database you create here is the same as the name you rename it here. You understand? So once you claim, make sure it is the same name, and click on create. So once you've clicked on create, and that's just all you need to do. Just click on create. Now what we need to do is you can close this page and open a new page and type localhost/ the name of the folder we renamed. The name of the folder we renamed. You understand what I'm trying to say? So localhost/ the name of the website, the name of the folder you renamed. So the folder that we copied into this place is WordPress. It's like a WordPress default installation file. So if you want to install WordPress on localhost, then and you rename that. Once you go to the website, it will take you through the process to install WordPress. Now then you can now use it to start to design your website and stuff. So this localhost as before, it will load out the installation files in the folder that we have here. So as you can see, it's taking you through the steps. So choose your language, English. Mine is English. Yours can be Igbo, you can choose it. And just follow the prompts. You can say welcome to WordPress. Before getting started, you need to follow the items for proceeding, database name, blah, blah, blah. So it's telling you what we have to do in the next page. Now, this database name, you know, when we copy the name of database, it is the name of the one that the database we created on the PHP my admin, and it is the same name that we use for our folder. So don't forget, the database name is the same name, the one you created, the new database you created on the PHP my admin page. Now, make sure you follow these steps as it is in this video. Once you've put your database name, this username, now you change it to root, 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 and then you leave this password blank. Now I'm going through it again. The database name, the name of the database you created, which is the same name as the folder you renamed. You understand? The folder you renamed, so you renamed it to, and it's the same name as the database you created on the PHP my admin. I hope you're following, please. So make sure you follow this. So once you receive your database name here, the username here, you see a default username. Clean it and delete it and write root, ROOT, and then you see something, the password. Make sure you clear what is there and leave it blank. Leave the password blank. Yes, please leave the password blank. I'm putting it now so you don't have any troubles when installing. Leave the password blank, or then leave the rest to default. Your database name, change the username to root, leave the password blank, and then leave the remaining options default. And when you click on submit, you absolutely have no error. You can see, alright, Spark, you've made it through. Now run the installation. So make sure you follow the steps, please. Now we already installed WordPress. Now it's asking us what we want to, just like the settings. So site title, whatever you want to name your site. So I'm just this one is any name you want to name your site actually. Then username, you choose a username by yourself. So you can this is what you can create yourself as random. Then password, choose a strong password by yourself. So I'm hiding my password. So I'm having my password. Then you put your email. So make sure you double check your email, because it's going to be your admin email. You see, site title, just any random title. Username, make sure any username that you like. Then put a password. If you use a weak password, it will ask you to if I use a weak password here, let's see. If I use a weak password, you can see very weak. It will ask you to confirm the use of weak password, but my password is not weak, so I don't need to confirm. Sorry. Okay, yeah, so now you click on install WordPress. Make sure you don't mark the discourage. Please do not mark it. Don't mark discourage, don't mark it. Now you can see success. Then you need to log in. So the username and the password you created in the second option, that is what we're going to be using. Let's see if I remember the password. Okay. Okay, I think I remember the password. So now, yes, this is what we are now on our WordPress dashboard. So this is going to be the end of this video. I already taught you how you can install WordPress on localhost. In the next video, I'll be teaching you how to install WordPress on a live hosting. So you don't need to do that now, probably when you finish with the course, but I'll teach you in the video. And once you finish the course and you want to buy your own domain and hosting, then you can use the tutorial to set up your hosting. So this is going to be the end of this video. Bye for now.